This is the Studio Nicole podcast, and I'm your host, Nicole Wruth, and here we explore the journeys that shape us. From those big adventures to those very small moments, let's get into it. Wish more people would get married in the winter.
Yeah, so we can spread it out.
Spread the love out, you guys.
I was like, I'm dying in the summer. But in the winter, I was like, come on, we need more, Yeah.
More winter weddings.
Yes.
What's wrong with -30 weddings?
Right? Yeah, exactly. They snow photograph nicely, so something to consider.
Yeah, definitely. But Abby, oh my goodness, thank you so much for coming on the Studio Nicole podcast. Yeah. It's so nice being in your space.
Yeah.
I honestly walked in and I thought, okay, where are we going to set up? There's endless.
Thank you. Yeah.
There's endless opportunities. There's flower walls. I love the flower walls.
Thanks. Yeah.
It's so
very
cool.
popular. It changes colors every so often.
And there's the lights over there.
Yes.
Like, what do you call those? Like the
neon
sign,
lights.
The neon light. The neon signs.
Yeah. We basically have everything now.
Yeah.
That's As you can see, this is my third move too. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but because we always run out of space.
Yeah. And you know what? When I was chatting with you briefly on the phone, setting up this appointment, I honestly look for stories like yours. And I love stories like yours where you worked in an industry for a long time. You saw a problem that you needed to solve, for yourself. And then it kind of became a hobby, and then it kind of became this full-blown business.
Yeah.
So take me back to, this didn't, you didn't know this was going to happen, right? Like,
no, not at all.
Yeah. So take me back to the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So a little of, memory down lane, I guess.
Yeah.
So I really want to have a flower shop long time ago as my retirement, right?
Oh,
but I want to do like real flowers because I like making pretty things. But then
so when did that dream start? Like
that was
a
long time
okay.
ago. Yeah. Then so when got engaged.
Oh.
Yes, during COVID. So I was trying to I met actually with another company, but they didn't have anything that I wanted.
Right.
So I was like, they have stuff, but not quite like exactly what I wanted for my wedding, right?
Yeah.
So I started making them, building them, and then COVID happened.
Right. Okay, so you're planning your own wedding.
Yes.
And this is when you were in Brandon, right?
Yes, yeah.
Because you're originally from the Philippines.
Yes.
Okay.
So born and raised in the Philippines. I moved to Canada in 2006.
Okay.
And then I worked for a bank.
Right.
Not sure if I'm allowed to say it, but I worked for CIBC for 14 years.
Okay.
And I was a business financial advisor.
So take me back to the Philippines. Did you have that dream of opening up that flower shop in the Philippines? Or like, what did you do in the Philippines?
No, I was in operations for it's called Plains and Prince. So I manage stores. I have store manager under me, but I do the designing of the window display. We organize fashion show. It's a fun job, like really, really fun job. And then my goal back then was to make sure that each store sells.
Yeah.
And it's always based on what is on display.
Right.
So whatever is on display on the window, people attract. They attract people from whatever is the window display. You let the people in, and then it's up to the staff to do the selling.
Right.
So that's my job basically is, the creativity, So I guess I have it in me long time ago, but yeah.
Okay. And then you moved to Canada.
In 2006.
No kind of similar job to kind of continue doing that?
Nothing, It's funny because my background is also different. I have a degree in Bachelor of Science in Computer Science.
Really?
So I was doing a little bit of computer programming on the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All kinds of different background, So when I moved here, there's nothing. I can't be a programmer. I have to, get more education and whatever. And then I tried to apply for other job that is related to my job back then, but it's not quite the same. It's totally different market, different, what they're looking for. So, and when you're in Canada, you have to have a Canadian experience.
Okay.
Before you can actually get to wherever you want to go, right? So I started from a low job, even though, I was operations in the Philippines. I moved here. You started from a low job. And then I had 2 different jobs before I got to the bank.
Okay.
I started there as a teller.
Yeah.
3 months as a teller, got promoted as the head teller. After 1 year, then I had my baby. I went back after 4 months of mat leave because I can't be
Only
a stay mom. Yeah, I can't be a stay mom. I love my son to death, but I'm a career person. I went back to work, and yes, and then the career just took off.
Okay.
I studied. I have my personal financial planner as a designation here in Canada. Yeah, so I've got quite a bit of designation that I got here.
Mm-hmm.
So that helped me become the business advisor for the bank.
Yeah.
Right?
And you enjoyed that job?
Yeah, I loved it. What I love about it is the clients.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm a chatty catty. So I love talking to my business clients, the farmers, the commercial business owners. It's fun learning about things, how they're, and then I can interpret that, and then I can read both sides of business financials, so I can actually give them advice on each, right? So it's you get to know them, you get to know their family, because I was doing it for that long.
Yeah.
Like 14 years. It was a career.
Years.
Yeah. It was I looked after Brandon, Killarney, and Verdon.
Right.
So I travel a lot as well.
So during that 14 years when you're working at the bank, because obviously a bank is not, you're meeting the clients, but it's not, I wouldn't say, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I wouldn't say banking is a creative field, like a creative job.
Not at all. Not at all.
So when you were in the bank, you said you enjoyed it.
Yes.
But were you doing what was your creative outlet? Like, were you doing things on the side, or did you still have that dream of the flower shop, or did it
that was always in
burner?
My back? I said to myself, when I turn 55, when I retire, I'm going to start a flower shop as my sideline business,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then kind of put in the back burner because my career took off at the bank.
Right.
I guess it's just, what do you call it? I work so hard.
Yeah.
Whatever field I choose, I make sure I go go bigger.
Why do you think you work so hard? Why do you think you do that?
I don't know. I'm just like this. I'm very independent. Very, very independent since I was young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you call this? Worked at a young age when I was 16 and never stopped.
Yeah.
I went back to university after I saved up all my money. Because I put myself to university. I didn't ask money from parents or anyone else.
Yeah.
I save up. So I think that's where, because I value the money, I value every penny of the money I earned.
Yeah.
There are times that I would walk for miles just to save my transportation money, because I need that for a project. Because I have my goal that I want to graduate.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do a full class every so often, so I have to have so it took me 5 years to finish instead of a 4-year course only. It's because I had to, I can't take full load in school because I need to go to work as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was very poor. Well, I'm still very poor.
You're rich in flowers.
I have lots. So that's what I said. Well, if I run out of money, I'm just going to start sauteing all my flowers as a supper.
No, definitely.
Kidding. Yeah,
definitely.
no, I think that's what that is, because I never stop. I never, even with this job right now, early morning, as soon as I wake up, I will check emails.
What time do you wake up?
Around 6.
Okay, 6 a.m. Yeah.
I will check emails, check messages on social media, the Facebook and the Instagram will respond to that. So by the time 7 o'clock, before I get ready, I've already responded to quite a bit of people. And then, at night before I go to bed is when I would talk to my supplier, because Chinese are awake by then.
Yeah.
I'll talk to my supplier. They'll be sending me all, information that I needed, like all that stuff. Yeah. And then marketing, I'm doing my own advertising and marketing. Yeah. So I do that all through the day.
A one-woman show.
Yeah.
Oh, you have some employees. You have some employees.
I do have employees.
As the, kind of the boss, right? The founder. Yeah. That's very cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're working in a bank.
Yes. Okay.
You've
let's
been
go
there
back
for 14 years. Oh no, we can go all over the place. We got all day. Let's make sure I'm still recording. I'm also a one-woman show.
Yeah.
So Checking the audio, checking the cameras.
Yeah, everything is working. Yeah.
Okay, so you're working in a bank, 14 years. You love your job. You love your clients. You're a chatty catty. You love it. And then you get engaged.
Yes.
So tell me about the moment you got engaged. The planning for it. Tell me about that.
Oh, it's funny. Actually, I never said yes. So we're bugging if he watches this. Yeah, because he did it when it was my son's birthday party. And he was like, he surprised me. And then all my friends were there. And then everyone was yelling. And then I was like, babe, you got to answer. And I was like, okay. And then, so my answer was okay to the thing that he said that you got to answer.
Yeah.
And then everyone that was in the house screamed and they took that as a yes.
Right.
So at my wedding, it says # she said okay.
She said
Not a yes.
Was it because there was too many people? Like you would prefer private?
I kinda, yeah. And then I don't know. I was just thinking, like, really, right now I didn't even shower. I was I prepared for my son's birthday party.
Yeah.
Like, you see how I look? I don't even have eyebrows, and then you're proposing to me right now. Oh, I was mad at him, and then I was holding a Ziploc bag. Yeah. There was a video on that. Like,
that's funny.
It was funny. So
just the natural moment.
Yeah. I was like, seriously, right now? Yeah, before your friends leave. Like,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He tried.
Yeah. Well, because he said originally his plan was he's gonna propose in Punta Cana.
Okay.
Because we have cruise planned in March, but COVID happened in 2020.
So he had the Punta Cana. He's like, I got nothing else. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to Punta Cana. He was gonna do it there. I guess he's got the ring for a long time.
Okay.
And then my son's birthday was July 1st or July 2nd, and then so that's when he did it.
Yeah. And then so, going back to how you even started this business, I remember you mentioned there was like a turning point. So what was the turning point for you? How did this kind of come to be?
Yeah. Okay. So when we got engaged, I was still working at the bank, right? And then COVID happened and all that. So I started building my own decoration because I wanted specific things, right, for your wedding. And then again, COVID happened. We had to postpone the wedding. I ended up posting them on Marketplace because I was like, I want to get my money back, right?
So let's go back to so you're creating your own wedding decorations. Like what were your wedding decorations? Like, was it kind of this?
I have the first thing that we built was a champagne wall.
Okay.
Because I want champagne wall.
Yeah.
And
you build that completely yourself?
We build that completely. Husband is my carpentry.
Nice.
A carpenter. And then I gave him all the measurements, the style, and how a YouTube of how to build it. Because he's in the military, he's not a carpenter.
Right. Yeah.
He has no clue. But he got to learn how to do it. And then second thing we built was the arch, hexagon arch.
Okay.
And then my colors back then was dusty blue and all that. So all of my arrangements are already made, built.
Okay. So you built it all yourself.
Yeah. And then I can't use it, right? Can't get married. So it's stuck in the house. I said, you know what? I'll post it on Marketplace. Hopefully someone might rent it.
Because when was your original
wedding?
Like
August 10th in Oakland, supposedly.
Okay. And then COVID happened like in March, was it? The big shutdowns?
Yeah, the year. Yes, March. Yeah, August 8th is supposed to be when we get married. August 8th of 2021.
Okay.
And then we got, because the COVID was
still
really
happening.
Long. Yeah. Because March is when it's shut down, right? And then it was full blown. And then 2021's like, nobody's getting married.
Yeah.
So I have all this decor in my house. I was like, I might as well get some money if I can.
Yeah.
Posted it, and I'm surprised how many people wanted it.
Interesting.
Exactly. They were like, okay, Abby, I want exactly this. Don't make any changes. Yeah. So it got
rented.
rented.
You never even got to use it for your wedding yet, right?
No.
You just were like, I can't have this in my house.
And then they were getting married because they were, it's some of them are like elope or 10 people only, or in Clear Lake, like the distance. So it's like, okay.
So do you remember like that moment when people were contacting you? Like, what was that like? Were you surprised? What was going on through your head?
I was. And I was like, I didn't realize there is a need for this. I thought it's just me that, okay, there's nothing in Brandon. I don't want to go to Winnipeg or anywhere else. I will build them because I want them to look like you can see, but a lot of them are not as quality as I wanted them to look like. So I'm surprised that everyone that rented that year loved it. And they were like, it looks amazing. You know, you get all those compliments.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, that's like, yay. You know, aside from the money, I get to advertise it. And then also the thing is, I built my own bouquet.
Okay.
Like my bouquets and boutonnieres for the boys are already done and everything, right? So I posted my bouquets on my own Facebook, and then all my friends love it, commented and say, Abby, I think this is your calling, not the banking. It's like, really? And then so I was also part of the page of bridal whatever, those small group, and then everyone was commented that they look real, the way you make them, they look, you know, so it gave me the, what do you call this? Like, it gave me an idea. Okay, maybe I should pursue this. So I started doing it every weekend, even though I was still working at the bank. Every so often, I have weddings that I am doing. Then I build up my inventory and all that. And then in November of 2021, I feel like, okay, because I have all of this display in my basement.
Yeah.
And the basement is 400 square feet. So they're all laid up nicely like this. So the brides come to my house.
Yeah.
They look at the basement. I was like, oh, this is nice. You know, like, so I was like, oh, that is very encouraging that they love my work, right? Because it's just, I didn't do any training. This is just based on what I can see, if it looks nice or not, or if it's acceptable, or, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And then, so November of 2021 is when I was like, hey, I have 100 weddings booked for 2022.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like,
and when wait, so let's see over the timeline. So it was, you sold your own wedding, you know, arrangements without using it. Oh, you rented it.
Yeah, rented.
Oh, rented.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I said, because I wanted it.
Yes.
That's mine. Yes. But okay, sure, you can use it.
So you rented it in like what month?
Like
it was 2020.
Because it shut down already, right? And I built everything. I started renting it in July.
Okay, July of 2021?
Yes.
July. And then when did you have like that huge booking?
By November of 2021.
That's the same year.
Yeah, that's the same amount. That, like, really?
Wow.
There's so many demands of these things. So we are on the same page with all this bride.
Yeah. Okay, so that was, how many months was that? Wait, that was
July, August, September, October, November. So it's like, almost 5 months.
In literally 5 months. So in 5 months, you went from just making your own wedding decor because you know, there was a need for it, and you wanted a specific thing, to then having your wedding canceled by COVID, to then posting it online, Facebook, and then people loved it. And then 5 months later, you had 200 booked.
Yes.
So it was
100.
100
bookings.
So what was going through your head at that moment?
And I was like, hey, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the bank anymore.
Right.
It's because, again, because of COVID, I was working at home. Right. I don't go to my office anymore. I have my laptop at home. So, and I was like, that's when I feel like, hey, I think I want to work from home. I like these.
Right.
I love my clients to death. And, you know, everyone was sad because I was their advisor for that long, right? You trust the people and all that. But then, so I decided that, and a lot of things have changed at the banking world, the stress level, you know. And I was like, okay, I am not a religious person, but, you know, I was like, okay, give me a sign that this is it.
Yeah.
It's a 14-year career. Should I give up now?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm going to be 15. It's going to be 15 years by March of 2022. And then, I think there was a sign that it's time to hang the hat. And
what was the sign?
there's just too many weddings kept coming.
So the bookings, the
bookings.
100 bookings was the sign. And that's an incredible.
And I was like, is this it? Is this it? Like, because there's no way I can accommodate. And I don't have employees. It's just me and my my husband then, fiance.
At the time.
At the time where I was married then. And then, so February of 2022, because, February 2022, I was like, okay, I'm going to quit.
Amazing.
So it took me that many months to quit.
Yeah.
Quit the bank in February 2022 and never looked back. Then we just went. As you can imagine how packed my house is by then. So one of my friends who own the Tea Love, the tea shop.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the bubble tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knew that I've been looking for a space.
Okay.
And then she contacted me and said that she found this space and see if we can kind of join together to help on the cost of the rent, because we don't know, right? We're both new business. We don't know how it will take off. So we did that in May of 2022. Remember, I quit in Feb 2022.
Yeah. I need to write it down.
in May of 2022, I moved to this shop. Opened my first showroom ever. But it's a 200. It's a 200 square feet. It's so tiny. But you know what? I don't care. My stuff is still in the house, but I have a showroom. I have my name out there. It's still there, actually.
Okay.
It's still there. Yes, it was amazing, because now the brides can go to a showroom, not in my house anymore.
Yeah.
Right. They get to see it, everything. But I was just there for 2 months.
Okay.
Because it's so small. And the tea shop also took off.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I think it's better that I move and find my own space, because she's taking off and this too was taking off. Like the original plan was great.
So even in 2 months, you've already outgrown your space.
It's at 200 square feet. Yeah, for sure. It's not, because my house, my basement has 1,400 square feet of all decors, right?
Right.
So I only put, the main decor in the showroom for the people to see the quality and the arrangement. And then, and then there's quite a bit of bookings already. So I was like, Kate, I think it's time to find another space.
So after that space, after the tea shop, where did you go after that?
The First Street. By the Minute Muffler.
Oh, yes. I've seen that. Is it still there, sir?
No, the sign has been taken down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because someone is already there.
Okay. And then how long did it take you to outgrow that space?
Actually, 1 year.
1 year?
Yeah, because my landlord actually went there and was like, I can't even move here, Abby. I became so, what do you call this? Not creative, but what do you call this? Like my flowers, as you can see, they're crawling on the wall now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of floor space, so might as well go up.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, so I used magnets. We magnets those flowers on the wall, because if you can't,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, no floor space, go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to outgrow the space?
What you think? I think we're packed right now. And I have a sea can outside as well.
Oh, okay.
40 foot. And then the massive trailer at the back. At the front there is also packed. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's fairly cool. Okay.
So we moved here. So I was there for a year, right? I had my open house there. I had one open house and then I had 2 open houses in First Street, and every open house we do, which is, I'm lucky, because we have lineup outside.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got Trident before to help out with the DJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's a sound because music banging outside on the street, and then people come see what is happening there.
The DJ draws people in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So every open house, the first open house I've had I was so happy because it was very successful.
Okay.
We booked 38 bookings in that one day.
Nice.
38. I was
how'd that feel?
It felt really good. And I was like, yes, we can do this.
Yeah.
No, we're coming back. And then,
Was that kind of like the moment where you're like, okay, I feel like I've made it?
Like it's because, mind you, again, with having my background in the business, I'm always mindful of my cost versus my revenue, right?
Yeah.
Like, can I afford an increase in rent?
Right.
Can I afford more staff? And I still have to buy more products because there's quite a bit of bookings coming in.
Yeah.
So where would I find the money,
Mm-hmm.
Now, a little bit of a backstory too.
Yeah.
I did not borrow from the bank to start the business.
Yeah.
I have savings. I use up my savings. And every time I rent my own wedding stuff, I put it back in the business and then kept buying more inventory.
Yeah.
And then...
Were you nervous using your savings?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But then my husband was getting deployed in 2022. So he's like, I said, are you okay? We don't have money.
Just for a little bit.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, it's okay. I'm getting deployed. We'll get extra money.
Okay.
Did I tell you our wedding got postponed 3 times?
3 times, yeah. Isn't that always the way with somebody who works in the wedding industry?
Yeah.
It always, their own wedding kind of gets...
Yeah, I know. The first time was supposed to be August 8th.
Right.
Oakland.
COVID.
And then COVID. Second time is supposedly July 10th, Oakland as well.
Okay.
But then we found out he's getting deployed in June. So I was like, okay, we can't do Zoom wedding.
I'm not saying okay over the internet here.
Yeah. So we moved it in May 14th because he leaves in June. So that's how it kind of got, happened.
And then when did it finally happen again? Like
May 14th.
May 14th.
Of 2022.
And not at Oakland, right?
Not at Oakland because they are closed. Yeah. I talked to them actually. It's too bad because they were closed. Yeah. So we got married at Shady Lane and it's quite a story.
It is. Honestly, it is.
And it's not a made up. It's like a real life story.
Yeah.
It's like every time it gets me that, oh man, that's what a hard work feels like,
Yeah, because you put a lot of hard work into it.
Yeah, because I put my mind into it that this is it. This is it. I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah. So when was that? We kind of mentioned that the turning point was kind of at that trade show when you booked all those ones.
Yeah.
So before that, I assume there was like a lot of doubts. And so was that the moment where you're like, I'm not turning back?
Yeah, I was... when I quit in Feb, I feel like, that's when there's no turning back.
Yeah.
But I was worried that I am going bigger too fast. I was worried about going to a bigger space. Right. Because of the utility, the rent and all the expenses, right? They never go away, even though you don't have an event on, on down season, right? But we managed to have tons of bookings in the summer. Okay. That we can carry ourselves through the winter.
Just like we were saying at the beginning, we need more winter
weddings to spread it out.
Weddings. Yeah. The summer's very tiring.
Yeah. Because your overhead costs. Oh, I learned how to drive trailer too.
Okay. Yes. You know what? That is a great skill. Backing up the hitch.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was all. Yeah.
A lot of people struggle with that because it is a hard thing, especially when you never do it. That is a good success. Yeah. So now, okay, so how many weddings did you book or events did you book last?
In 2023?
2023?
I think I have from when...
Or I guess we're in 2025 right now. Yeah. So in 2024...
It's 298.
298.
Yeah. Okay. And then in 2023, I had 200... I just did my taxes. Hold on.
No worries.
258.
Okay.
258. Yeah.
So if you were to tell like your younger Abby that, at this time in your life in Brandon, Manitoba, you would have this, extremely successful.
I hope so.
I think you're like a household name.
I hope so. That's the goal.
What would younger Abby say?
Oh, I'm proud of you. Yeah. You did it. I was like, it's not real, but you know what? It's okay. Yeah. It's not real flowers like what I wanted to, but it's okay.
With this business, you mentioned like there was, the risk of moving into a bigger space. There's always the risk of like, the money is always a factor. But what has been your biggest like struggle? throughout this business
Finding
journey?
good staff.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that would apply, but you won't know, right?
Yeah.
And especially me, I strive for perfection.
Yeah.
It has to be perfect. So my staff would say, "Oh, I'm very strict. I am very this." But you know what? These people, hopefully they will get married once only. Yeah.
But there's no return customers.
Exactly. That's my point. Like if you screw up one, there is no like, "Oh, I'll make it better next time."
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. So I strive for perfection. So a lot of times I will deal with them. And then, so that's kind of hard because you're the owner. Your name is on the wall. You want to make sure that everyone's happy and it's perfect, right? Yeah. So that's why I'm struggling to find. There are good staff that you can get. They're good in designing as well, but I basically design them and explain the staff how it's done. Yeah, they copy it and all that. So that's the struggle. Is the people, the staff to find them. Yeah.
And then once you find that good person, like it's just solid.
Keep them.
Yeah. I think that's hard though. I think that's a common problem with anybody, and also being an entrepreneur, especially when it's creative.
Yes.
Like if I was to think of hiring somebody, like, once you find that amazing person, like, we're rocking it. But if it's,
The only thing too is because this requires a lot of weekends.
Oh yeah.
So that's where we lose good staff too, right? Because they would have family, they have kids. They can't always do the weekends. Yeah. So that's why there is a turnover, quite a bit of turnover as well. But I'm lucky that I do have a few staff that are still with me. They're part-time, but there's quite a bit of students as well that they come. Okay. Yeah. So it's a repeat. Nice. And then we just hire new every summer. Yeah. Yeah. That's the hardest part, is finding the right people.
The right staff. So again, we need more weddings in the winter, but we also need more Monday to Friday weddings.
Yeah. Not just a week. Yeah, because Monday not everyone can. Yes.
Let's get married during the week.
Yeah. And drivers struggle. Okay. So that's how I learned how to drive the trailer. I hit my trailer. Yeah, there's a big dent on it. Oh, hey, well, I'm learning.
I was just watching an episode of Modern Family. Have you ever watched that?
No, a long time ago.
It's old now, but I'm just watching it for the first time now. And Claire, is it? She's the boss of the closets, and all her staff couldn't do it. Like everyone was busy. She's like, "Fine, I'll drive the trailer myself," and she learned how. And,
yes.
Only when you're kind of forced into it, and you kind of
exactly.
You can know what you're capable of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So I was forced to learn how to drive, how to hook up the trailer. Yeah. Yeah. That I have no choice. I have to do it. Yeah.
I'm sure you surprise yourself every day, but what were some of the biggest, kind of along that same, like, you're forced into it. What has kind of been, your biggest surprise of what you're capable of?
Biggest capable of, like, I think running the business, because I thought, okay, I can design, but I didn't realize that how running a business is crazy. It is crazy. It's a sleepless nights, especially when you're like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. Oh, like there's like a lot of running. Lots of things running.
Are
in my
you
head.
able to shut it down? Like shut your mind down?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe we need to go on like a little wellness retreat.
Yeah. Oh, mind you.
It's hard. It is hard. My mind goes too.
Yeah. When I went on holidays.
How was that?
We went on our honeymoon. That was in May 2022. I was in this. I had my laptop sitting by the bartender.
I hope you didn't take your laptop on your honeymoon.
I had my laptop because it's May 2020. I had my laptop, and then my husband, I don't know where he was. We just got married. Right? He was drinking something wherever, partying, and then I was sitting by the pool bar. And I love pool bar. So I was sitting there, and then you see the sticky notes on that wall over there? Yeah. So my laptop looks like that.
Oh, yeah.
All the sticky notes and all that. And then someone came over and it's like, what's up with all the sticky notes? You're on vacation. It's like, mind your own business.
This girl's working here.
I'm working on my honeymoon. And then Eric and my husband was just walking around having, drinking. So I can't shut it down.
Oh my God. So honeymoon, still working the grind.
Yeah. And he's okay with it because he knows that it will drive me crazy if I don't do anything.
Do you think that will do you feel like it takes a toll on you, or are you able to kind of still, like, it's okay, like you're used to being busy? Do you think you'll ever, like, I don't know, not burn out, but like, do you feel like you do
I was like,
need
done.
do you feel like you do need to implement those wellness things, or you kind of are able to still what do you think? Are you able?
I think.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, no, I understand.
I was rambling there for a little bit.
I totally understand what you're saying. So there is a point that I need vacation.
Yeah.
So we take holidays twice a year.
Good. Yeah.
Because I need a vacation before summer.
Yes.
And after the summer.
What about midsummer?
I can't do that. Oh, my mind will be like, oh my God, how about this? How about her? Because
I
right?
feel,
because again, I want perfect. I don't want any complaints. I want everything to be taken care of. So when I take holidays, I would still obviously I was like, okay, that's where I'm gonna do all these and these and these and these while I'm waiting on the flight. I'm in an airplane, and then as soon as I land there, laptop work,
well, even when I called you on the phone to book this setup time, you were on the treadmill. Yeah. At the Y, right?
Yeah.
At the treadmill. Did you have your laptop at the
at Good Life.
Oh, Good Life. Sorry. Good Life.
Yeah.
Do you ever bring your laptop to the treadmill?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, but I have my phone.
Yeah.
Because I can respond to social media.
Okay.
While in a sauna, I know you're not supposed to bring your phone, but while in a sauna,
Good Life?
Yeah, steam. Yeah.
Is steam or a sauna?
I don't know what it's called. But it's hot stone.
Is that sauna? Is there mist, or is it just dry?
Dry sauna.
I'm looking for a sauna, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. It's a dry sauna. You're not supposed to bring whatever.
Yes.
But
so the sauna is you do not bring your phone into the sauna.
I brought my phone in the sauna.
You need to stop.
Just so I can respond to because there's quite a bit of people that my husband will always say, okay, do 9 to 5. Don't respond to them right away. They understand, Like I said, well, when I used to work for a bank, you give them 24 hours at least to respond, and then acknowledge them and get back to them so they know that you received their messages. So that's what I do. Like I would tell them, okay, I'll check my schedule tomorrow when I'm at the shop, just so it feels like we are not ignoring their messages, And then if, for example, 2 days has passed and I didn't see their messages, I would like apologize right away and say, I'm so sorry, I just saw these messages. And then this is what. So I feel like our brides are all busy.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way 9 to 5 they can come. So I would accommodate messages. I would respond to them early morning or after work as well, just to, be consistent. Because I feel like if I have to respond to all of them early morning when I get to the shop, then my whole day is kind of gone.
Yeah.
And I want to be here because every day we have 2 or 3 meetings on top of,
And then, but do you still feel like you have balance in your life a little bit, or?
I believe so. When I started doing the gym, because again, I feel like, okay, I need to do something. I think that's just me.
Yeah.
I don't want, it's very busy, but I think I balance myself because I still get to do a meal plan for myself.
Yeah.
Like, this is my lunch, this is my supper.
And that's golden. Maybe your organization skills are just so key. You keep track. And
I believe so. I think I learned that from the bank.
Wasted. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Because sometimes that's the thing. Like, I was too busy last week and I didn't meal plan, and my whole week is like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just because sometimes I need to eliminate the moments where I waste time. And so I'm sure you don't waste. You have very minimal wasting of time. Is that true?
I wish I can do more laundry. More time in the laundry.
Yeah.
But no. And then I have a son too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's 15 years old.
Oh, he's 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a mommy hat when I get home, cook food for my son while responding to people.
And your husband's
away.
On tour.
Yeah. So I'm by myself right now, running a business, having a 15-year-old in the house, driving him around.
Is the 15-year-old going to get into the family business?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
is he into it?
Yes, he loves to set up and tear down.
Yeah, perfect.
I bring him every time we have a setup and tear downs. He doesn't do flowers. Mom, I'm not doing flowers.
Come on, give it a try.
Yeah, I know. I was like, one time he's like, Mom, if you die, can I sell the business? Like, what a kid.
No, you must continue the flowers of Abby.
I know, right? Yeah.
Weddings by Abby.
Yeah.
So, okay, we talked about your biggest struggle.
Yeah, the struggle.
So what has been like your biggest achievement, or is there just like a really special moment in the past few years? What's been your biggest achievement?
I think this is it. Like for me, this I feel like when my name started getting bigger, like we're getting known. We're not a small fish anymore. I would say. I think that was like, okay, I've done it. I did it, and then we have this thing happening in Winnipeg too. Potentially partnering with another company that I will be their main supplier of flowers. So I was like, hey, we're getting our bigger footprint elsewhere. And then when I started shipping to Toronto, Montreal, for bridal bouquet last year, we shipped quite a bit, and then I was like, wow, I think that's like a moment that we could go bigger. Not just in Manitoba, because we do have quite a bit in Saskatchewan and BC and Alberta. Yeah.
And so I guess those people like the Toronto, did they have Brandon connections, or did they just kind of see you online?
No, I posted quite a bit of like bridal bouquets last year. I was doing all the marketing, and then from Instagram they messaged me and said, this is exactly what I want for my bouquets. And then tell them what's the cost, and it's like, oh my god, that is so cheap. Okay, like so that's how I was. Even we include the charge of the shipping, it's still way less than what they would have paid in Toronto. They said,
I imagine so, especially in Toronto. That's very cool.
So I was like, yes.
When
is Abby going there? Every time I post something, people would message me, but they were like in Montreal, in Toronto, Kingston, Ontario. I was like, I'm so sorry, we're in Manitoba, I can't deliver the 10-foot flower wall to you. One of them wants me to ship it. I says, I can't. I can't ship that. Someone contacted me and they're from India.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I can't. They want the boho. The one we did, the boho wall, all pompous and stuff.
I love that. I love that.
It's like, can you build that here? Since I'm sorry, I'm in Manitoba, Canada.
I guess the next step is you just need to have, like, you franchise it? Is that what the next...
People ask me if I would do that, especially in Regina. Apparently there is not a whole lot of place. Well, there's nothing quite like this. They have a lot of those rentals, the linens, the tables, the tents, but nothing to complement. They have small inventory, not quite like this. So I might look into it. Winnipeg, there's quite a bit of competition in Winnipeg. But we do get a lot of businesses in Winnipeg still, surprisingly.
I saw you had one on your Instagram that was at the Museum of Human Rights.
Oh, yes.
That looks gorgeous.
Yes, thank you. We've done quite a bit in Human Rights Museum.
Wow.
I think we've done 3 weddings there already, or 4 weddings. And then we've done another wedding at Winnipeg Art Gallery.
Oh, amazing.
Right, I didn't even realize that you can do that there. And then Fort Garry. We're always in Fort Garry.
Really? Okay, like kind of, I went to a wedding at Fort Garry, and it wasn't like in the fort, it was right beside it. So right beside it.
Fort Garry Hotel.
I was thinking of Lower Fort Garry.
Fort Garry Hotel.
I love the fur trade. Yes, the Fort Garry's even better.
Because it's a very nice building upstairs. When I was
filming Trident Films last summer, we did a wedding there. And it, like, shot a wedding there. It was so gorgeous. So that'd be a nice space to freshen up with the flowers. And,
we've done quite a bit in Fort Garry.
Very cool.
And then the Leaf.
Oh, that's new, right?
Yeah.
It's been a few years.
It's a botanical.
Yeah,
I didn't even know you can do, but they have halls there, and then so that we set up a wedding there. I was like, yay! At least we can say it's on the books. We've done a wedding there.
Oh,
that's what I want. Like places that we haven't been before. Like we've done one in Killarney. It's called Zara's Garden. It's very beautiful there. We traveled. The bride paid us to travel, and she rented just one arch from us, but she just loves our arches that she was willing for us to go to that one.
And then you kind of already mentioned a little bit, but I was going to ask, like, what is Weddings by Abby's next step? You kind of already touched a few things, but like, I guess if you had like a 5-year goal or 10-year goal or whatever, what is your goal? Like, or where would you the ultimate wedding be that you could do?
Oh, I wanna if I win a lottery, I'm just kidding. I wanna be the main supplier when they think of decors, not just flowers, and it doesn't have to be wedding.
Right.
It's they come to us. Go see Abby, you know? Like I want Abby to be the go-to when it comes to the decors and florals, and again I strive for perfection, so it has to be always top quality.
So for someone listening who dreams of starting their own creative business, what advice would you give them?
I guess depending on what kind of business they're getting into, right? Just have a goal that you be the best. Like for me, I guess I luck out that there is nothing like this, and I found the demand. I didn't know that there was a demand until I started posting it on Facebook, right?
Right.
I was like, okay, there's a demand for these, and I can make them. Right? Now, if you're starting a business, I would say, I know I work for the bank, I'm sorry, but don't go big right away without having a projection of what you're gonna make.
Right.
Because that's how a lot of businesses fail. Because they go to the bank, borrow big money, because they have this big idea that I'm gonna have a big shop, and then this and that, buy this machinery, buy that, but then you don't have a customer yet. You don't have clients yet. So for me, it's like testing the market is what I did. I tested the market. There is a need for it. It grew and it grew and it grew. And then, okay, it's time. Then I can go to the bank and borrow money because I needed a second floor for this building. And that's the only time I borrowed. I bootstrap everything because again, I'm scared. I know there's a lot of businesses, being from working at the bank before that, I know that there's quite a bit of businesses that fail. They failed because they went big right away. And I didn't.
Yeah.
I think that's what made me, I'd say, successful. You got to do the math all the time that your bills doesn't go away just because you don't have clients. Bills is always there. Your rent, the lights, everything, right? Plus the staff salary doesn't go away. You still have to pay your salary. So I have to make sure that whatever you project for that year would carry you all throughout. If you have extra, that's a plus. You get to buy more products.
No,
and that's what I've done. I bought more and more and more because when I started, it's just all mainly flowers, arches, champagne wall, basically just for the decors. Now, due to it's actually the bride's idea as well that kind of fueled this things, is like, do you have this color of flowers? I need this, I need that. And then I was like, okay, I don't have that. I will order it because there is a demand of this color of flowers. That's how we built all these. Okay, I need more of these colors because next year this is more of the order of the flowers. That's how we built. I think I have gazillion of flowers in the shop.
How many flowers is in the shop? That should be like an Instagram contest.
Yeah, like tons. Because every time I order, the minimum is 1,000 pieces.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as I can remember, I have 10,000 red roses. Okay. Because that one is for sure. And then for baby's bread, I have 5,000 pieces of baby's bread. That I remember because I specifically ordered those.
That's awesome.
And I kept on ordering them, And then more brides too requested, Abby, can you have other stuff? Like, can you do linens now too? Because they want to do like one stop.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, especially since we don't charge by the day and other vendors does. If you pick them up on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and brides usually want to set up on a Friday, it's tough for me. It's tough for them or stressful for them to do a setup same day or Friday, picking up Friday. So I was like, okay, I might as well build inventory.
Yeah.
And then so I started having the tablecloths, the linens, the napkins, the charger plates, everything. Now we are into the water goblets, glassware, because same thing. Brides are requesting them. Abby, you should have these. Okay, I'll order them. And then that's how I built this, is based on what the request of the bride. I didn't like, okay, maybe I'll do this, and then they will buy it or they will rent it. No, it's based on the request. I always ask for feedback from the bride. Every time I meet with them, I ask them, how did you hear about us?
Yeah.
Because and then a lot of them, majority of them, I would say 80% are from word of mouth.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you did my friend's wedding, or I was at this wedding that you did. And then, because I learned that the best compliment you will get is a referral from another client.
Oh, yeah. No,
right?
for sure.
And that's, I feel so like, yes, with when I started this business too, the reason why we are so cheaper back then is because I want everyone to know me. So I would basically be like, okay, the price is this, because I want to do as many weddings as I can, because I feel like one wedding, there will be 100 people.
Oh, yeah.
Chances are 2 or 3 people will get married. Who knows?
Yeah.
Then it showcases my flowers. It showcases my work. I have this photo for my portfolio. So that's how I build the photos from the weddings, because I started with nothing, right? And then brides started giving me their photos to post, and then they see my work. So that's why I started low, because I feel like, hey, this is also marketing.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Chances are there's people that would like our decor and thought, who's your bouquet? Because bridesmaids might get married or will get married. And I love my bouquet. Who did you get it from? And then that's how we kind of got that quite a bit of bookings.
So you always mention how you work very hard. You take your laptop on your honeymoon. So what is what keeps you going? Like, it's clear you work so hard, but what is your drive? Like, what keeps you going?
That's a good question. Because as soon as I wake up, I know, I think I'm wired like this, that I always have a goal in my head. That, okay, I need to do these and these and these and these. And I get the instant gratification from it once it's accomplished. And once I see that, and I hear from the bride that they're so happy with this. Thank you so much. It makes you feel like I want to do more.
Yeah.
I want all of them to say that they're happy with what I've done. Like, I want to make sure that, especially when they say, Abby brought my vision to life. It's like, oh, I love it. Right?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what I want to do. That's exactly what my goal is. Because flowers is flowers. Decors is decors. You can go anywhere, but not quite as what we make. There's a there's like a touch to it that it's Abby's.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it's because of the clients. It's the brides that inspires me to keep doing what I'm doing. And obviously my family is very supportive. Like, if Eric is not supportive, this probably didn't happen. Yeah, because he knows me quitting a job at the bank. It's a big pull. I got quite a bit of messages then, and there's a lot of other banks that found out that I quit.
Oh.
Yeah, because when I don't know if you're familiar, it's called Achievers.
No.
So I won 3 achievers at the bank. Yeah. So when you win 1 achiever, it means you're 1% in the country for that bank.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
I was at the top because, again, I work. Yes, I put my mind to it. I don't like a so-so job.
Yeah.
That's probably why I'm hard on my staff, is because I don't like a so-so job.
Yeah.
So when they found out that I left the bank, others will want you.
Oh, 100%.
Because, you won. And then 3 times, really? So that's how But when I quit, I was like, no, I'm not going to any more banks.
Yeah.
I want to be my own boss.
Well, honestly, Abby, it's been so awesome having you on this show. I think we're going to have to do another show where like we, relax together.
Yes.
We put the laptop away, or you show me how to make an arrangement.
Yes. Like the life and, how we do things. Yeah, how we do things here.
You can teach me how to build a good business. I love your background. Like it's, you got that financial background, also the creative background. It's very good.
Actually, someone asked me that, do you think that you should have quit long time ago?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, someone asked me, is like, do you wish that you quit long time ago and started this business? And I was like, you know what? I think everything happens for a reason. And I think this is the best time because I learned what I learned from the bank. I used that tool, everything that I learned, to apply into my own business. Right? And I think I'm at the right age now that this is, I'm matured now compared to before. Who knows what I was doing?
Matured.
Yeah, we matured. And then everything that I learned from my previous experience has got me here, is what I think.
I love that.
I am very, I'm calculating everything in my head. So for example, if like for making one arrangement, I made sure that I have enough to pay the employees.
Right.
And how much is the products, the materials that being used on there is enough to cover when there is a rental for that, So constantly I'm thinking, okay, am I making money on here? As long as I'm not gouging people, as long as I have enough money that I can keep the lights on, buy more products, pay the salary, So I'm very cognitive of all the expenses and stuff like that. So it helped. I'd say it's the right time.
Yeah.
And in my life, in my stage of life, and the environment. Again, it's one of a baby COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
Right? There's a silver lining to a COVID.
I almost feel like I've done a couple of these interviews of female entrepreneurs, and everybody mentions COVID. I do feel like obviously COVID was hurt a lot of people, but it also is kind of that push, that turning point, like, okay, what do I really want? Or okay, that there is a need for that. I'm going to do this. And, everything happens for a reason.
Exactly. Yeah. I believe so that at this point, yes, it's the time to quit that and do this. And there is no regret at all for what I've done in my life. Like, I wish I've done it sooner. Nothing like that. No.
Yeah.
It's like step by step, because again, I think a lot. I plan a lot. I'm not impulsive.
Okay.
That's why I was like, okay, is this the right time? What's that?
I was like, I'm a little impulsive, maybe.
Yeah. When it comes to big decisions though, but buying food, like, I want junk food right now. Yeah, so that's impulsive. Yeah. But when it comes to big decisions these, I would be like, because right now we have 3 trucks, 3 trailers, 1 sea can, and then this 3,000 square feet. We have a big steamer at the back for all the linens. Like, all those money came from this business. Like, we just kept investing and I tell my son, those flowers, they used to be money.
Yeah. It's money, son. There's money in flowers.
Yeah. Same thing. I tell my staff to, every time you see a flower on the floor, pick it up. Because that's $1 or $2.
Yeah.
And stamps are 10 cents. Pick it up. Don't toss them. So when they toss something in the garbage, I would usually check.
Yeah.
Make sure there is nothing that is being thrown that I can still use.
Because somebody, I guess, might just be like, oh.
Yeah. Sometimes they didn't notice there's stems there. Because I do buy stems aside from, like, everything costs money.
Yeah.
So I think that's why
that's good.
I'm very thrift. I'm very super thrifty.
Honestly, but that's, people say like, oh, you're, it's cheap or thrift. Like, but it's just like, it's just your wise.
That's how
money.
you're making. Yeah, that's how you're making it work. It's because everything is, reusable, and I'm very cognitive of what's going in and out, and
No, but I love what you said about that question. Like, does somebody wish? Do you wish you started this sooner? But you're like, no, this is the right time. Like, even myself, I've never had that one career in mind, but I went back to college. Like, I did fine arts degree, and then I became a teacher, a public school teacher for 6 years. Used to be a teacher, and then I went back to college just to kind of immerse myself. I did media and communications.
Yeah.
So, to have like the YouTube show, to do things on Instagram, I always kind of thought like, if I would have started this when I was 18, it would have been better. But like, honestly, I feel like if I would have taken that program when I was 18, I don't know if I would be ready.
You probably won't be as serious as,
Or I would, like, and as you say, you mature and like, have a more better understanding of what you like. And so I love that. I love that whole story. That's why I'm like, Abby's perfect for this one.
Thank you. Like, that's what,
podcast.
That's what I think. Like, everything happens for a reason. Because if I did it ahead of time, I wouldn't have the knowledge and experience that I gained when I started the business. It might be different. It might be like, oh, I'm going big right away, you know? Yeah, like, no, don't do that. Test the water, make sure you have enough supporters, clientele before you invest too much into it. That's what I did. When they say you crawl or you will finish right than just going through fast. That's what I did.
Sure.
But a lot of people still say that it grew so fast. Like,
you saw there was a demand. You had a demand for yourself, and then boom. Are you happy that you started this before you were 55?
Oh yeah. That one, yes. Because again, that 55 retirement age and with a small flower shop, that was like something to do. Collecting pension, and I have something to do, so my hands are being creative. I don't need to think math too much anymore, But yeah.
But I also love, you can be any age to start or do anything. I like that.
You could be, exactly. It doesn't have to be, But it was, how was it? I miss my clients.
Yes.
I still keep in touch with them. I had few clients that came to the shop actually and visited me. We keep in touch.
That's very good.
They're so proud of me, and then that what I've accomplished, And I would say yes. It's as long as my foot's on the ground, I want to be grounded. Just because I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm big now. No, I want to be grounded because I want to keep myself like, hey, this is where I started. I started from nothing. I started with zero. I didn't, I used my savings to start. But again, I know some people doesn't have a lot of savings. So I don't know if I mentioned to you how I got some money help in here in this business as well. Is I started selling coasters back then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where the Crafty Abby started.
I noticed that it said Crafty Abby on the side of one of your vans out there.
Yes, because that used to be, that's where, again, COVID.
Yes.
I needed funding. We can't do wedding social, right? So I started doing these resin coasters.
Resin
coasters. And I was selling them on every market craft sale.
Great.
And then the money I made, I used to buy the flowers.
How many coasters did you sell?
Quite a bit. I made quite a bit actually, because
just making 10 grand on coasters, no big deal.
And it got me a trailer. It says Creations by Crafty Abby. We go to Portage, we go to the demand of that, not just coasters, the trays and everything. What? I should show you the Instagram
of
it.
We need to have a whole other topic on these coasters.
Yeah. And then I still have quite a bit of inventory because I developed a little bit of an allergy on the resin. So I stopped it. But I do have quite a bit of inventory. We made money. The money I made on that is when we bought the flowers.
Okay, we missed that out in the store, the coasters.
Yeah, it's the coasters that started it. The business is called Creations by Crafty Abby. And then when I started this business, it's called Weddings and Events by Crafty Abby. So when you see the sign by the tea shop, it says Weddings and Events by Crafty Abby. It's because that Crafty Abby came from the coaster business, Creations by Crafty Abby.
Coasters.
Yeah. And then we stopped it because, again, this took off. Yeah.
Coasters can start your business. Yeah. There you go.
Because, again, you don't need to borrow money. The money I made from there, bootstrap everything here.
Well, that's inspirational. I love it.
Thanks. I'll send you the Instagram page, and then you can see. It was quite a bit of, I sold quite a bit of coasters because we had one person ordered from Michigan.
Whoa.
13 sets of coasters.
Wow.
We shipped it to, and I shipped one to Australia as well.
That's incredible.
Those coasters, the Instagram, I'm telling you, the power of social media.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks again, Abby, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
It was awesome, and we'll definitely have to do a follow-up episode.
Thank you. This is awesome. Okay.
There we go.